to hold whoever is responsible to account, and then the community people.
Coming up next, JAMB to release result of 379,000 candidates Wednesday. Stay with us. Matriculation Board has announced that it will on Wednesday release the result of 379,000 candidates who sat the rescheduled Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination between Friday and Monday. JAMB spokesperson Dr. Fabian Benjamin confirmed this to newsmen. JAMB rescheduled the exam following widespread outcry over mass failure during the initial UTME. The board admitted to technical and human errors, especially in Lagos and Southeast State, which significantly affected candidates' performances. Out of the 1.9 million candidates who sat this year's UTME, over 1.5 million scored below 200 marks out of the possible 400, prompting widespread concern among stakeholders. JAMB Registrar Professor Ishak Oloyede last week publicly accepted responsibility for the errors, even shedding tears while announcing a reset for the affected candidates. In the meantime, the Southeast Caucus in the House of Representatives is demanding the resignation of the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Ishak Oloyede. The lawmakers also called for the cancellation of the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME. Now, the caucus said a new UTME for 2025 should be conducted between July and August. In a statement, they criticized poor communication, the short notice given for the rescheduled UTME, and scheduling conflict with ongoing West African senior school certificate examinations, all of which they said had caused unnecessary trauma for students and their families. Away from that, the trial of 12 suspects accused of murdering late Inspector Christiana Erekere resumed yesterday at the River State High Court in Port Harcourt. The first defendant, Ms. Joy Oweraka, took the stand to open her defense. Uweraka told the court she had gone to the Taba police station to retrieve a driver's license seized during a stop and search operation. She said she met late Inspector Christiana Erekere at the station, who was recording the incident on her phone. Uweraka claimed the officer struck her with the phone when she confronted her about the recording. She also told the court that she was arrested a week later while working in a church in Delta State. The defendant further alleged that some of the statements she made during the investigation were given under duress. However, this claim was opposed by the prosecution, led by Celestine Dixon of the Nigerian Police. The trial judge, Justice Augusta Chukwu, adjourned the case to June 3rd, 2025 for further defense by witness 1 and 2. As you may know, Inspector Christiana Erekere was allegedly killed on April 25, 2023 during a stop and search operation at the Taba Police Division in Kana local government area. Away from that, a professor of strategy and development, Professor Anthony Kila, says the recent rise in terrorist attacks is a result of the government not taking earlier warnings seriously. Kila said this on Channels Television. He said nothing was really done after past incidents and no strong policies or long-term plans were put in place. He believes this lack of action has made it easy for terrorists to regroup and cause more trouble.
In life, if we don't do anything, if we don't do enough, bad things prevail. What has happened is that there is a war going on between anti-state and the state has not upped this game, and the anti-state continues to move on. After the first attacks in Nigeria, we've not seen policies of deployment plans that shows that something new has happened to us. Let us change our way. Drones were introduced 25 years ago. We have not seen in our intelligence service, we have not seen a surge in CCTV, and it tells you that we do not have that strategic view. Maybe we have it inside us, maybe some experts have it, but they're not being implemented.
Also speaking on the show, security consultant Onyekachi Adekoya said that one major gap in Nigeria's fight against insecurity is the lack of action from state governors. He criticized state leaders for not handling security issues with enough urgency or seriousness. He also pointed out that many state police commands are not well paid or properly equipped, which makes it hard for them to do their jobs effectively.
I always make the point that the missing piece in national security support are the governors. Matters first of internal security should not be the business of the president. There is CSO, CEO in the state where the governor has sufficient interest and political will. He can deal with the issues. We don't pay enough attention to security. That's the point I want to make. It will interest Nigerians to know that some of the state commands don't get more than 100,000 a month to operate a statewide command to protect you and I. When you have people who are responsible, when you ill-equip them, they won't use their teeth to protect you.
In other news, the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Oyibo Main Branch, says it will work with the legally recognized state chairman under the leadership of Monday Eliezer. The executives of the union and the Central Working Committee of Main Branch Oyibo said this in a statement signed by its leader, Philip Obuji. The union said its decision stems from the judgment of National Industrial Court in suit number NICN/ABJ/263/2023 and that of the appeal court in suit number CA/ABJ/CV/293/2024 in favor of Monday Eliezer. We go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we wrap up the news.
There is nothing you cannot do.
Divine Mandate Ministries joyfully invites you to a 10th anniversary celebration with the theme Amazing Grace, 1 Corinthians 15. info. We'll be back.
2 days workshop Aliyah training for primary school